Hello, everyone. Happy Friday to you. My name is LaShonda Brown, and welcome to Bootstrap Biz Advice Live, where I teach service providers how to work less and live more by leveraging tech and YouTube. Today, I am doing something I ain't never done, and it's going to be amazing. So I hope you guys love it as much as I just love the tech check. I have 8 other incredible entrepreneurs backstage ready to introduce themselves to you and to talk about what they will be bringing to the table for the 2025 Signature CEO Conference. So, in case you have not heard about it yet, you can go to thesignatureceo.com and register. Feel free to use my code LaShonda to save some money. And the dates are March 25th through 27th. Now, I wanted to let you all know what I will be speaking about first, and then I want to play a little highlight reel for you. This conference is unlike anyone that I have attended in the past because the caliber of the event production and the speakers is just next to none. I knew I could tell you about it, but I think I should show you instead. So, first and foremost, what in the world will I be talking about? So, I'm going to be talking all about how to build a profitable and thriving membership. So many people that I interact with, whether it's on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube, they feel so beholden to algorithms. They feel like no matter what they do, they're not reaching their target market and they need to come up with a better solution. And so, one of the things that I have implemented in my business that has taken it to the next level and made it the most profitable year that I've had yet is leveraging the power of paid membership communities. So we'll be talking about how you can attract the right members and build a team to help you manage your membership, how to choose the correct tech stack that will best suit your membership, crafting the right member offer and the price point, because that's super important, retaining your members and keeping them engaged, and then some tips for consistency with your member experience. So the goal with my presentation will be to equip you with the information that you are going to need to try to leverage memberships in your business in 2025. So before I get into the intros, I want to show you what one of the events, the gala night, looked like last year. And I want to give a very quick shout out to Class and Style Productions for creating this highlight video. After this, you will meet the founder of the Signature CEO Conference. Hello, Queen. How are you?
I was in the background, just getting my groove on from the music of the conference that you were showing there.
I'm so dead. When I tell you, you literally turned that conference into a wedding reception for business folks. And I'm like, this is, when I tell you, y'all, I'm sorry, the food. Beef was on the menu. I was like, Miss Ma'am, you are doing all the things. So I want you to tell people who you are, what your background is, and tell them what they can expect for 2025.
Okay. Well, my name is Tara Melvin. I like to call myself the industry innovator, the industry connector. I am the founder of the Signature CEO Conference. Also, I am the owner and principal event planner for Signature Concepts LLC, and also the founder of the National Society of Black Wedding and Event Professionals. And if that was a mouthful, it is. I do a lot. I wear many hats, but I am proud of the things that I have put forth in this industry. And for me, it all just humbles my heart for the things that I do. But we're here to talk about the Signature CEO Conference. We're in year 10. Super excited. This platform was created for industry entrepreneurs and basically any creative entrepreneur. You don't have to be in the wedding and event space, because guess what? We don't even talk about weddings. We don't talk about events. We talk about the fundamentals, the foundation, all of those elements that is needed for us to be the best of the best as CEOs in our business. And I started this because years ago, just going to so many conferences. And back then, it was not known for conferences to talk about how to be a CEO. It was all about the creative aspect as far as like what it is that we do. And I'm just like, you know what? I can plan an event in my sleep. I don't even have to be awake. I don't have to need pen or paper. I can do this on my own. Where I have the challenge and the roadblock is running my business and being the leader, being the CEO that I needed to be, and the resources just were not there. And so for me, that was very important. And it was important for my peers as well that were in the industry at the length of time that I had been. And at that time, I was in the business going on 10 years at that point. And so someone that's at that point in their business, we're looking for something new. We're looking for what is going to help to sustain us. And so born comes the Signature CEO Conference, my very first conference. Putting it into play, I was just like, you know what? I want 150 people to attend this conference. Well, 70 people showed up. It was the best room of 70 people that I had ever been around. And from the results of that, people turned in on their surveys that they loved the intimacy of the conference because they did not feel intimidated. They were okay with being vulnerable, to be able to release and learn and to give in and to be poured into. And so from that point on, that was my goal. It was always going to be an intimate environment. And the speakers come from outside of our industry, plus with inside of the industry. And that was something that wasn't done at that point in time. And so I believe that learning from CEOs that are not within our industry opens our mindset to think differently and to build a stronger force behind us. And so I like to say that I was the one that coined talking about being a CEO. Now everyone is talking about it, but 10 years ago, nobody was talking about it. And so I said, you know what? We're CEOs. We're not small business owners. These are not side hustles. We are CEOs. And that's why I created the Signature CEO Conference. I can't hear you.
Thank you, Tara.
I was like, oh, there's a glitch on
You
my
are
side.
so funny. No, girl. I just got a whole lot that I'm about to click clack on my end. So thank you, ma'am. I was just going to say, I'm really grateful that you created this platform specifically in Virginia, because I think also in bigger cities, like your, Chicago, LA, Austin, what have you, like they get stuff all the time. It's harder, at least in my case, to find elevated conferences in Virginia that speak to business when you're further along. There are a lot that kind of speak to the startup to 5-year phase. But what I loved about the conference last year was the fact that I got to learn from the other speakers in the lineup in between sessions, at meals. And so it almost felt like a mastermind with opportunities to do like hot seats and not so much like a stodgy classic conference. So I just say that to you as a huge compliment, because I know that took a lot of planning on your part. And that's part of the reason why I'm super excited to come back. So we have a lot of speakers to intro. I want to kick things off with our dear friend, Kelsey. So Tara, thank you so much for sharing. I will bring you back up at the end, but let's go ahead and bring up Kelsey.
I am great. I actually love that my hair is the same as my headshot. That's so rare. I'm like, oh my God, I look actually like my headshot today. That's awesome.
Girl, that's part of the reason why I do braids. I'm like, I will look the same for the next 2,
Yes,
3 years because
I love it.
same back of hair, same style. So what I have down for you is that you'll be talking about the future of marketing. So let's tell people a little bit more about who you are and your topic for next year.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Kelsey Glass. I love hearing the number 10. I'm in the 10th year of my marketing agency. I have a team of about 8 people that work with me now. So that's really exciting. Most of our work falls in the tech space. So a lot of AI work, a lot of marketing automation work. And we kind of work in a couple of different buckets. So we work with largely philanthropy organizations. We have been on the political side of the space, and I do a lot of campaigns for Washington, D.C. political candidates. And then we work with business owners. So whether you're a tech startup, a creative organization or agency like Tara's audience, as well as small business owners. So if you're kind of still starting up or just figuring out what tools you need to have in place, we work with those 3 buckets of individuals. And I would say our biggest goal is really sharing all the tools across those audiences. The marketing tools that I'll be talking about and the marketing tools that we use for so many different types of organizations. And we realize that you leverage them just in different ways. Your goal might be a little different. You might be focused on revenue and you might be focused on growing your membership base. You might be focused on reaching your constituents, right? But we can use the same tools to do different things. So it's really exciting to use them in different ways and then come back to our different clients and share new ways they can be leveraging the tools that we share.
I love that. Y'all know I'm a tech girly, so I'm going to be writing down everything. I'm so excited. And honestly, what I think is so nice about this conference is we share things to help each other out. And the amount of times laptops are out and we're like, girl, set me up. What's your link? Affiliate. Let's go. Let's go. So
Mhm.
I cannot wait to hear about what's fresh and new in your world because your girl will be signing up. So thank you so much, Kelsey. I'm going to bring up Sarah next. Sarah's topic is going to be all about what is your exit strategy using technology to drive revenue today and in the future. Hello, hello. How are you?
I am
How
so
does it feel to
grateful.
see your face so large, right?
Right? Is it just me, or do we all just like cringe when we hear our voice and like see our headshots? But no,
Our
it's
glamour shots.
yes.
Well, my friend, you have had some exciting things happen at Owl Planner since I last saw you. So tell the people what you've been up to since March.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. I am the president and COO of Aisle Planner Pro. If you are not familiar with who we are a tech platform for event professionals. So, we have 2 aspects to the platform: a CRM sales management system to help you book those clients, get paid, get those contracts out the door, and then also the project management side. So, if you are an event pro that does layouts, seating charts, timeline management, you need to interact with your client for design, et cetera. That's it's all inclusive underneath of the one platform, Aisle Planner Pro. But I'm super excited to go forward. It's a passion of mine to help business minded individuals, CEOs, entrepreneurs, or those who are running larger organizations to scale up their business, to learn how to and to effectively put tools into place to allow themselves to continue to grow, to drive revenue while getting your life back, right? While making sure we're putting those processes in place using technology so that you can go on vacation and you don't have to worry about it. You can work a standard 9 to 5. Your clients have the tools that they need in order to be successful. And then once you are ready to move on to your next step, to retire, God forbid, you have a tool suite and you have a book of solutions and processes that you can actually sell. It's really hard to monetize an event business because a lot of it goes on in our brain. And there's a lot that we know how to do, that we know. Tara mentioned it earlier. She can do an event in our sleep, right? But what does it take? What's the process? What's the business strategy behind it? And so utilizing technology, making sure that you are setting yourself up to be able to exit the company and for the company to still be able to run. That's what allows you to set yourself up to make money when you're getting out of the industry as well. And I think that's super duper important just in elevating ROI for ourselves at all points in our life. We started our companies to make money, and that is the goal during the company and as you're leaving the company. So super excited. Love this conference. It'll be my third year. We've been a part of it now for, I think, 5 or 6 years. But very excited to be back, be with all of the individuals who are on this call and so many more. I've never been in a room where I feel so energized and enlightened by the people who are around me.
So good. And honestly, that is a topic I've been hearing a lot lately. I think as small business owners, we have this perspective that we're always going to be working our business and we're never going to want to pass our baby on to somebody else. But building your business to be able to sell it if you want to is an important mindset. So I'm really excited to hear this because I got to get my systems in place. I already know because too much stuff is up in here and that's a dangerous place to be.
You can't sell your brain. Can't sell your brain. So
Can't sell the brain. Tried. Doesn't work.
awesome.
Up next, we're going to have Jude talk about having the confidence and courage to sell 6-figure deals. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him up. I do want to let you all know that you can drop questions in the comments. We're going to address those at the end because I want to make sure we have time to bring everyone up on the platform. So just in case, if you have questions along the way, go ahead and type them in the comments so that I can bring them up at the end so that you don't forget what they are. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Jude. Hello, hello. How are you?
I am good, LaShonda. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm click-clacking on a lot of things, man. So
You're
far,
doing
so
it well.
good.
You're
I
doing
saw
it
Sarah's
well.
face. I was like, "Oh, girl, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong face." But my friend, you are a fellow video person, and so I am excited to learn more from you. But for those who don't know you yet, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah. So my name is Jude Charles, and I am a filmmaker and brand strategist. I work with entrepreneurs who are looking to tell their story. Specifically, I create documentaries for entrepreneurs. I got started 18 years ago, sitting in a TV production classroom with a teacher who taught me everything that she knew about video production. And then at the end of that school year, she came up to me. She was like, "Jude, you're really, really talented at video production. You should start a business." Well, I'm the youngest of 10 children. My father was a construction worker. My mom worked at a chair factory. There were no entrepreneurs in my family. But at the end of that school year, the next day, May 5th, 2006, I'll never forget that Mrs. Donnelly, the teacher, walked into the classroom and she handed me a yellow envelope. I was like, "What is this?" And she said, "Look inside." And when I looked inside, was my very first set of business cards, which I still have one to this day that sits on my desk. And that is how I got started in video production, in filming, and telling stories. And eventually, I began to tell documentaries for entrepreneurs, but it didn't happen overnight where I began to do these 6-figure deals, which is what I'm going to be talking about at the Signature CEO conference. That happened over time. But I realized, wait, the thing that I was doing for entrepreneurs at a small level, I could do at a bigger level. And I went and learned marketing and sales and learned about how to tell my story, which is similar to how I started today. And we're going to talk about that at the Signature CEO conference, where we're going to talk about not necessarily just how to make these deals, but where to find the people, who are they? And specifically, like, how do you create these offerings that are 6-figure offerings in order to grow your business at a new level? And so I'm excited to be sharing that with the attendees at the Signature CEO conference.
The fact that you had that card on your desk, I'm like, my heart. That is such a good reminder of like how far we've come. I need this. I have a bunch of junk in my desk, so I need to do better. But I mean, honestly, that is probably the most inspirational thing I've seen today. So put a fire underneath my butt to go find something to remind myself. That is so beautiful. I
Yeah.
am super excited to hear what you're sharing, mainly because I think we need to think bigger too as
Yes.
small business owners. I think a lot of us are like, oh, if I could pay the bills, oh, if I could replace my paycheck, but like we can do more than that.
You can
There's no
definitely do more.
ceiling, you
Yeah.
know?
And
And so I think, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, I think sometimes even we hold ourselves back from believing that it's possible. And that more than anything is what I want to show to the attendees there, that it's possible. Like the very thing that you're doing today, it's possible to turn that into a six-figure offer that other businesses or other brands will pay for. It's just a matter of opening your mind. And I didn't know it originally. It took years to get to this point, but now that I know it, I want to share it with others.
No gatekeeping here, my friends.
None.
So seriously, I mean, I've been in certain rooms where you can tell they have like I like to say they've climbed the ladder and then pulled it up behind them. That is not the mindset in this environment. And so if you are looking to learn from other people who are a little bit further along than you are, again, that's the type of environment that's being fostered at this conference. And it's a super special platform to be able to talk face to face because we've all had to like restrict our time, from in-person events, but now it's time to get back out there because that's the fastest way to network and the fastest way to learn. So I cannot wait to hear your presentation. And up next, I am going to be bringing up Leah. Leah is going to be talking about contract essentials for creatives, key clauses and negotiation tips for client service agreements. I need help right now, but I will wait until March. So I will bring up Leah shortly. Well, hello, ma'am. How are
Hi,
you?
good. How are you? That topic's quite a mouthful, huh?
Girl, our contracts are a mouthful. And
Like,
we
let's
need to do
add some more
better.
words to that.
I'm glad you know what you're talking about. I'm going to hold down memberships. You hold down legal, Miss Ma'am. So let's tell the people who you are and what you are doing in the world.
Yes, absolutely. So I am Leah Weinberg. I am the partner and co-founder of Oduberg Law, which is a New York City-based law firm for creatives, entrepreneurs, small business owners, in particular, wedding and event professionals. I myself am a recovering wedding planner. I had a wedding planning company in New York City for 10 years and just about 2 years ago decided to go back to being a lawyer. So now I am representing all of my friends and former colleagues and helping them get the legal side of their business in order. And I'm so excited to be speaking at Signature CEO for the first time in March. This topic is really important. We're going to talk about key provisions folks need to have in their contracts. But beyond that, it is so important to me that people understand what their contracts actually mean. And so I want to highlight some key provisions, explain what these legal terms are, talk about how to negotiate certain terms, and in particular, how to actually defend your contracts, because your contracts should be a little bit more protective of you than they are of your clients. And there's good reason behind that. And so I want to help you be able to articulate that to your clients if they're asking questions or giving you pushback on your contract.
Doing the Lord's work. I am so grateful for people like you. When I tell you that is not my zone of genius, woof. And honestly, guys, you are never too small for a contract.
Yes. Please, can we get that in
I'm
like
just,
bold, highlight,
woo!
neon flashing
You can
signs?
put that on the shirt. I'll take 10%. But like
There you
for real,
go.
y'all, like stop playing funny with your money. Like put it in writing. You would be so surprised how many things could have been easily prevented with a contract.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm super grateful that you were going to be sharing on this topic because it's so necessary. And I think a lot of creatives leave legal out of how they run things until it's too late.
Yep.
And they're on the other side of it. So grateful for you.
Yes.
Guys, I just want to put this out here too. make sure you follow these people on social media. You don't have to wait until March to network with them. You can start learning from them now. So make sure you check them out. I've made sure that everybody has their name and business title on their lower third. So feel free to go find them because there is a wealth of knowledge here. So I will be bringing up Miss Nicole next. She will be talking about profit right, profit now, taking control of your business through prioritizing profit. And friends, I did a live stream with the author of Profit First, Mike McAllowitz. So y'all know sis cares about profit. So we're about to geek out right now, but enjoy participating in it. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Let's see here. If you want to go ahead, unmute yourself.
All right.
I should be able to hear you. Yep, there you are. There you are.
How are you?
I'm doing well. So go ahead and tell, I know you are an accountant, but let's tell folks basically what you do to help people and what you'll be talking about next year.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to say accounting is sexy. People tend to run from it. Accounting lives in my blood. I was exposed to accounting. I'm sorry. Since I was 11. My mother used to do taxes for everyone in the neighborhood and family, and I used to be in charge of punching the numbers in the adding machine. My first job was at age 14 as an accounts payable clerk. And so from there, life took on. I went to school for accounting, got my MBA, spent 20 plus years in a progressive career in finance and accounting under a government contractor. So I just took those skills and create my own business. And I recently went full time this year using a system which refers back to the Profit First system. And I would love to educate more small business owners on how they can optimize their profits to basically build a sustainable company. So that's what I will be sharing. I'm excited about it.
Girl.
Yes.
We'll be talking. We'll be talking because when I tell you, so I have had so many LLCs, guys, don't judge me, but I think I'm on like number 5 at this point. And this is the first time that I have actually implemented a profit first mindset, and it's game changing. It is absolutely game changing. So I cannot wait for more people to learn this technique from you because it has completely revolutionized how I've run Bootstrap Biz Device. You know, I thought, oh, I'm just a YouTuber. I don't need all this stuff. Well, over time, I grew from being, you know, a solo creator to a team of 6 people. And those things started to be more of a necessity as we grew. So it's been a lot easier to manage cash flow and to figure out, you know, where funds need to go and to make sure I don't get left out in the shuffle by having this mindset. So you guys can get the book Profit First now. I really like the audiobook. It's real good for like treadmill, hike. Mike McAllowitz is really funny, but it is a fantastic methodology. So thank you for choosing it as a topic. I'll be geeking out in the back because I'm like, yeah, let's tell more people.
It's more to
So
it.
good.
Knowing your numbers. You have to know your
Yes.
numbers. I've met a lot of business owners who do not study their financial statements. So it's always important to dedicate time in your business, that's part of your CEO time, to know your numbers. Look at your financial statements, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, especially when you start to see your expenses exceeding your revenue. What is it? So yes, so I'm excited to discuss those topics in March.
So
and this
good.
will be my first time doing a signature.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna get hooked, girl. You'll be back. It's like a family reunion, so you're gonna love it. So up next is Colleen. Colleen is going to be talking about systems before sales, building operational excellence for sustainable growth. Sounds great. I'll bring her up in just a moment. Hi, Colleen. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Doing well. Let's tell the folks who you are and let's talk about sustainable growth because sustainable is the name of the game in 2025.
Yeah, so I'm Colleen Carswell. I'm the CEO at Structure to Scale. And I help business leaders optimize your systems and your team so that you can turnover proof your business and maximize your profitability, your productivity, your impact, all the things. My background is in sales as a sales director in the hospitality world. So what most people consider as customer service, but I approach things a little differently, and I take the perspective of a systems before sales approach and a team service before customer service approach, which is a little ironic given my background, but I really do believe that you can absolutely pour into your customers at the expense of your team, but you'll never pour into your team at the expense of your customers. And same with systems. That mindset comes from the fact that you can focus on your revenue and bring in revenue all day long, but if it's slipping right out the back as soon as you get it because your systems and your operations aren't in place, then we've got to fix something on the system side first before we really prioritize sales.
Oh my gosh. Tara, you killed this lineup. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to learn from all of y'all. This is so great. This is so great. I love it. Systems are so essential. And I think oftentimes because they take time to implement, we skip it. And then our business hurts because of it. So, oh my goodness. I am so excited to learn from you. Friends, it's about to get crazy. Sarah Dunn is the last person I'm going to intro. And then all of us will be on screen. So, look, I was gonna say it's gonna be unbelievable, but I'm doing too much. Okay. Anyway, my friend, I'm so glad that you're coming. Jude is laughing at me backstage. I love that for us. But up next, last but certainly not least, Sarah Dunn is going to be sharing about your 2025 SEO game plan. Simple steps to get you found and get ahead. Hello, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great. So excited to be here with you.
Oh, man. I'm just so excited. I got you guys all up on screen. We
worked.
have done it. We have done it. So let's talk about SEO, girl. Tell the folks who you are and what you'll be speaking about in 2025.
Well, I'm so inspired by Nicole, who's making accounting sexy. So I'm going to try to make SEO fun. I'm not going to pretend that I can make SEO sexy, but I promise that I'm coming to the Signature CEO conference to try to make SEO more simple. So my name is Sarah Dunn. I am a specialist in wedding industry SEO, which means that most of my time is spent helping wedding planners, photographers, venues, florists, makeup artists, and other wedding industry businesses get found by their ideal couples using search engines. However, I promise that my Signature CEO talk is going to be much more applicable to any type of business. And we're going to talk so much about what's going on in search in 2025. We are going to be meeting up in March, which is kind of the beginning of the year. So still thinking about what are our plans for this year and how do we need to move forward with our marketing? And I really hope that search engine optimization becomes part of that marketing plan for each of the attendees, even if it's just through learning some really simple things that the CEOs can go and do on their own websites, even the day that I present. So my topic is all about an SEO game plan for the year. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about what SEO stands for. I promise it's less overwhelming than most people think it is. Then I'm going to talk a lot about search trends. I'm getting a lot of questions right now about how is AI affecting search? What do we need to do differently in the future than what we used to do? And since I am deep in this every single day, I have lots of thoughts. So I can't wait to share with participants. So we're going to talk about search trends for 2025. We're going to talk about practical steps that people can actually do, even if they don't have a computer science degree or know what a robots.txt file is. And so we're going to keep SEO simple, but help you stay ahead of the curve. And I'm going to share some things that you might be able to do and implement that your competitors haven't thought of yet. So my goal is for everyone who attends my presentation and checks that out to feel empowered to move forward, to help their website rank higher on Google and get found in more searches. And I promise it won't be like a fire hose of really technical and scary stuff that no one understands. We're going to keep it simple and fun. And I will be really excited to actually meet each individual attendee and see if there's any way that I can help. So I'm so excited about how small this event is and intimate. I feel like it's just the right size to actually get to meet all of the attendees and help them individually too. So can't wait for this.
Oh man, friends, I need you to understand SEO is even still applicable for videos. That is how I'm able to do this for full-time income, because people find me in the Google search because of my YouTube videos, and it drives traffic passively. So I'm a huge advocate for SEO. No, it's not sexy, but it's consistent. And we love that for our income. So if you want your money to be consistent, learn SEO. Okay. So
I love it.
we are going to try to bring us all up on screen. I'm going to play the Bootstrap Stinger. Friends backstage, you have been warned. You are about to be on camera, so please come correct. I love you for that. And we'll be back in just a second. We did it! Everybody wave! Oh, wow. What a good looking group we are. All right. So I want to kick things off by asking both Sarah and Kelsey, who are returners, what they would say to someone who's never attended Signature CEO. So I'm going to let Kelsey go first. Let's see, make sure everybody's muted because we don't need any shenanigans. All right, Kelsey, what would you say to someone who's never come to this conference?
So I think both you and Tara hit it on the head. And I think something that was exciting for me as someone who's done a lot of different training sessions is really how powerful everyone in the room was. I feel like a lot of times I'm afraid that I'm overwhelming the audience with information, overwhelming them with too many tools. And the Signature CEO and the person that should be in that room is someone who's ready to be overwhelmed and already at a certain level where they're prepared to try new things and they have capacity to try new things because they're established and they're also excited and ready to grow. So that's one thing that I loved a lot last year. It was very rare for me. And so I wasn't overwhelming anyone and everyone was embracing the tools. It didn't have questions that may not have been as advanced. And so it was exciting. So that's what I'm excited about for this year.
Yeah, I think Kelsey hit it on the head. I mean, we all go to so many industry conferences, right? I think in the first 3 months of next year, I have 6 that I'm going to be at. And often you go because of the camaraderie and the networking, but you feel like the education just really is for the beginner. It's for the newbie in the industry. With C.E.O, I feel like it's a combination of both. You are in a room being given information that is critical to growth success and is really strategically set up for someone who's been in the industry for a period of time and is not looking to begin their company, but is looking to take their company to the next level, is looking to continue to elevate and grow their business. And then also you are surrounded by all like-minded individuals. So everyone in the room, whether they're a speaker or whether they're an attendee, really are people who, and individuals within this industry that are true thought leaders, that are here to provide advice and be in your corner. And over the last couple of years attending, the number of individuals that I've gotten to come away and call friends and lean on and ask for advice who are at the same level or have experience, have understanding and knowledge that is foreign to me. I'm the worst at marketing. SEO, Sarah, like you are going to be my best friend because like I need it. We all need it, right? But it's just something that doesn't come innately to me, where sales is something that's like in my blood. So I think that's it. It's you're getting to be in a room with 75, 80 individuals who can help you to continue elevating your career, you as a business owner, as a business professional, and are going to be in your corner for years to come.
So just because I'm real nosy, I would like to bring up the queen to talk about what some of the things that we can look forward to, because she's been planning this since the last one ended. We already know. So, Tara, what can we expect that's not already released on the Instagram?
Well, that secret sauce I still have to keep to myself. But what I can guarantee to folks is that you will walk away feeling fulfilled. I know you hit it on about the food. We nourish your gut, but we also nourish your mind, and you can definitely walk away feeling 100% positive moving forward from that day, your last day at the Signature CEO conference. Like, I got this. I have got this. You know, we get down in our businesses sometimes, and no matter how long you've been in the business, we all have that feeling of being overwhelmed and sometimes getting in that little rut. When you walk through the doors of the Signature CEO conference, all that just like lifts away, because you are embraced by every single person that is there. No one is treated like a stranger. And once you sit down, start leaning into these amazing speakers that we have, as you can see, the information that they just shared with you here is going to be even more iconic. That's our theme for 2025. When you are able to sit there and listen and learn from them. And guess what? Our speakers, they're not treated as VIPs. They're treated just like our attendees. So you get to not only hear them on stage, but embrace them over 3 days, get to know them one-on-one, build relationships beyond the conference that carries on for year after year after year after year. So that is what's important to me as far as like what you're going to walk away with. You're going to walk away with that sense of confidence. You're going to walk away with a new tribe of people that's now going to be a part of your network, your community. And then all of those other elements of surprises that just adds the cherry on top is that we're going to have a black tie gala to celebrate the 10 years. We're going to have an awesome welcome party on a rooftop. And it's just so many things that go into it. And I just can't wait for everyone to come and embrace year 10 at the Signature CEO conference.
The fashion. Let me also say that. Y'all, the speakers at Signature CEO, they like, I'm gonna get this content. The wardrobe, it changes. You know, we're bringing black tie, we're bringing cocktail, we're bringing business casual. Like, it's so different. Okay, it's so different from other experiences, and I really want to make that so clear to you guys. I know that, you know, budgets are getting tight. You're having to be super specific about where you're going to invest your funds, and I'll be honest with you, like, I've looked at my business and I thought, okay, most of what I do is virtual. Do I need to be in person? Is that even necessary for what I do? And I think it's all about being strategic, and it's all about balance, right? Some of the speakers, I've posted about this on LinkedIn. So if you're watching on LinkedIn, you can just go back and look at this post. But when I tell you, there have been so many collaborations that have taken place since March, okay? March of this year, we already see speakers as COOs of other people's businesses. I've gone in, I've taught membership communities for other folks. I've coached people on their YouTube channels. Like, it truly is more of like a mastermind environment than the speakers and the audience. And I think that dynamic is super special. And in order for that to actually work, it does have to be a fairly small environment. So if this is something that you need, if you feel like, you know, I am coming up short with ideas for what I could do next year, here is a way that you can meet a ton of people at one time, learn from each other, figure out who you connect with. Like everybody's not going to be your bestie, everybody's not going to be your bae. However, you will probably walk away with at least a couple folks that you will want to collaborate with later, and even more folks that you may even want to employ in your business. I've heard even testimonials of speakers who've worked with other speakers. I mean, it's really incredible. And so I will tell you that this is something that I place back on my calendar for next year because of the impact that it's already made in my business this year. Tara also does a really good job too of leveraging other companies to come in and to sponsor and to donate. And so y'all know I like free stuff. When I tell you the Lord was at work in March, I was winning everything. So there'll be something for y'all next year, but I took it all this year and I had a blast. So I just want to say the attention to detail, the fun, the laughter, the caliber of speakers, it's amazing. So before I let the speakers go, I want to give everyone an opportunity to explain how to stay in touch, because again, they'll be speaking in March, but it's not March yet. Y'all got time to start leveraging some of these relationships. And even within my membership and on my YouTube channel, I'm always trying to curate the people that I platform and use this platform to elevate other people who are doing excellent things. So what I will do is I'm going to highlight the speakers. They're going to explain to you the best way to either get in contact with them or to follow them on social. And then I'll land the plane with the Bootstrap Stinger. So we will get started with Nicole.
Right. The best way to get in contact with me is visiting my website, rightaccountingsol.com, and scheduling a free strategy 30-minute call.
So, Colleen, it was difficult to hear you. Are you guys able to hear me okay? I just want to double check. Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Colleen. Oh, you got it? You want to troubleshoot? I'm going to let you troubleshoot, girl. We'll let Sarah go next.
Hey everyone. So best way to get a hold of me is either through our Instagram at Isle Planner, LinkedIn. You can always find me there. I'm active on LinkedIn. Or just drop a comment. If you go to isleplanner.com, you can always hit the little bot and say, hey, trying to get a hold of Sarah, want some more information on process management or technology or sales for profitability, and we'll get in touch.
Yeah, so the best place to get in contact with me is through Instagram. So it's my name at Jude Charles, or my website, judecharles.co. That is where you can see some of the other films I worked on, also some other storytelling resources that you can use in your business. So best places to reach me.
So I'm on every single platform at Sarah Does SEO. You'll find me most often on Instagram and Threads. And if you don't want to wait until March to learn about SEO, I do a free SEO lunch and learn every single month. You can find that at sarahdoesseo.com/learn.
The best place to find me is also over on Instagram. My handle is the Leah Weinberg. And similar to Sarah, if you don't want to wait until March to get started on any legal stuff for your business or client service agreements, if you happen to be in New York, New Jersey, Florida, Georgia, Texas, or Illinois, where our law firm can practice law, feel free to reach out and we can chat.
So the best place to reach me is on LinkedIn, Kelsey Glass on there. My website is thefiresolutions.com, so definitely send a note there. And then on Instagram, it's just the fire, no underscores or any exclamation marks there. And excited to meet you all in March.
All right, I'm gonna get this. So the best way to find me is on Instagram at Colleen Carswell _, or you can go to my website, structuredtoscale.com.
Hi, everyone. I'm here and I'm super excited. First, I want to say thank you to all of the speakers that were here today. If you thought that just listening for these few moments was phenomenal, then you need to be at the Signature CEO conference. But you can find the Signature CEO conference on all platforms at Signature CEO. And the conference again is March 25th through the 27th. And go to our website at www.thesignatureceo.com. And we look forward to seeing you there. And if you want to save, use LaShonda's discount to grab yourself a seat.
Well, thank you guys again for accepting the invitation to do what has never been done. It was so much fun. I am so excited to hang out with you in March. Honestly, I just think it's a beautiful thing to see entrepreneurs supporting each other. It's more needed in the world. So I'm super grateful for that. Friends, you've now been given your charges. You know how to go and find all of these incredible speakers online. So feel free to go follow, support, engage with their content, check out their websites. But if nothing else, what I want you to walk away from with is go to an in-person conference in 2025. This is one I'll be at. Choose wisely. And with
this is the only one you need to be at.
See, I knew if I left her up long enough, she was going to say something
This
spicy.
is the only one to be at.
No shame. Tara will tell you the truth. She does an incredible job. So as we like to say on the YouTube channel, and all speakers, stay after this finishes playing. Until next time, ta-ta for now.